What's poppin', Crypto Nation? I've got some volcanic hot Shiba Inu news that's about to set this community ablaze. Brace yourselves, because the devs behind the Dogecoin killer just initiated an astronomical token burn that has speculators drooling and analysts rapidly revising their price projections. We're talking an extinction-level event of over 13.4 billion Shiba Inu tokens permanently incinerated in one fell swoop. Let that insane number marinate in your mind for a moment. 13,400,000,000 Shib gone, vanished into the ether, burnt down to ashes in a deflationary bonfire for the ages. Valued at a staggering $485,000, this is the kind of token immolation that kicks scarcity into maximum overdrive. The unexpected magnitude of this burn instantly sent shockwaves rippling through the Shiba Inu community and the broader crypto world. After all, we were only prepared for the team to burn the equivalent of 40 Ethereum worth of tokens based on initial guidance from marketing lead Lucy. But in a surprise twist that would make Shyamalan proud, the Shiba squad dramatically doubled down and torched a whopping 80 Ethereum's worth instead. That's right, they said gas was cheap, and unloaded a payload twice as destructive as advertised upon their plentiful token supply. Needless to say, this audacious display of burn bravado instantly set the Shib army into a frenzied state of jubilation. Could you imagine prepping for a standard burn, only for the development team to pull a hold my beer and dial the intensity up to 11? In true Shiba Inu fashion though, this unparalleled burn event wasn't limited to just incinerating billions of dog-themed tokens. No, the anonymous devs decided to go full scorched earth, permanently decimating nearly 20,000 bone governance tokens and over 28,000 leash tokens too. It was a trifecta of burn domination that had crypto arsonists salivating at the sheer scope of flesh being ripped from this ecosystem's circulating supplies. Lucy herself seemed to relish in thanking the Shibarium network users and developers whose transaction fees made this beautiful bonfire possible. Of course, she had to get in her signature community roasting too, calling out the army of toxic critics who dared question the frequency of shibarium burns without ever contributing to the ecosystem themselves. Ouch, nothing but cold hard facts from the Shib army's unofficial first sergeant. In the wise words of Shiba Inu's ghostly founder Ryoshi, which Lucy made sure to remind everyone. What have you done for Shib's growth? How much have you burned? Powerful questions to ponder amidst all the rampant speculation and hype. You see, this latest token immolation carried extra weight and significance because it represented the ecosystem's first major burn event in over a month. The prolonged absence had stirred up quite the resentful hornet's nest within the community as frustrations over the radio silence on burns reached a boiling point. Despite the rampant complaints and toxicity from the peanut gallery though, the universe had a surprise in store to get everyone unstuck. Right as it seemed like tensions may boil over, the mysterious Shiba Inu brain trust struck with precision and restored order to the Mimi kingdom. By torching over 13.4 billion tokens and throwing that massive number in everyone's face, they achieved the crypto equivalent of reinstalling hope.exe and rebooting the community's excitement. It was a brash power move that brilliantly harnessed scarcity mechanics to resuscitate bullish momentum, an undeniable flex cloaked in economic principles. But the deflationary shockwaves didn't stop there, not by a long shot. In another surprising twist, lead Shiba Inu developer Shytoshi Kusama has now personally advocated for getting the Bone Governance token listed on the prominent Binance exchange. For those unversed in the intricacies of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, Bone plays a vital role as one of the core triad tokens, alongside Shib and Leash. Getting an elite listing on a powerhouse exchange like Binance promises to unlock immense liquidity and visibility that could substantially elevate the status and use case for Bone. However, this push for a Binance listing carries far greater implications than just granting Bone wider availability. According to the development team's grander ambitions, securing top-tier exchange listings for Bone is a crucial stepping stone for ushering in the long-awaited automated Shiba Inu burn mechanism. You see, the lack of top exchange listings and sufficient liquidity for Bone has been a major roadblock, preventing the team from fully unleashing their groundbreaking Shibarize automated burn protocol. This involves allocating a whopping 70% of all Shibarium network gas fees directly towards continuously incinerating Shiba Inu tokens. Imagine an army of relentless token burners operating around the clock in perfect automation, systematically devouring Shiba Inu's impractically bloated token supply with extreme prejudice, like bacteria obliterating an infection with medical precision. It's the kind of decentralized hyper-deflation that could single-handedly manifest Ryoshi's wildest tokenomic dreams into reality. With lead developer Shitoshi himself now championing the mission to secure high-profile bone listings, the Shib army can sense their revolution is finally nearing its climax. Just as their burn capabilities are being elevated to clear the final roadblock of low liquidity. The transmission is complete. Brace yourselves for the singularity. The merge between human tokenomics and unstoppable machine deflation protocol seems inevitable at this point. One final push over the edge, and there's no telling what unfathomable heights Shiba Inu could ascend to from here. In fact, the hype and anticipation surrounding all these compounding developments has prominent analysts like Changel flipping their perspectives and radically upgrading their bullish outlooks on Shiba Inu's price trajectory. According to their newly revised models, which undoubtedly factor in the impacts of hyperburn tokenomics and exchange catalysts, Changel sees Shib breaching the 10-cent milestone sometime around 2032. They then have the audacity to peak all the way up at a 3-cent price target for 2040. I'll give you a moment to collect your jaws from the floor after reading those lofty projections. We're talking about potential 150,000x gains from today's prices if those prophecies somehow came to fruition. Enough to birth an entirely new generation of Shiba billionaires out of nothing. Now, taking off the hopium goggles for a moment, we must acknowledge the inherent uncertainty and speculation baked into any projections that far out, especially for a meme coin like Shib. There's a fairly strong chance Changel is either drastically over-exuberant or speaking some inconvenient truths that could manifest with catalysts like shibarium burns and forced hyperscarcity. Only time will tell if the jaw-dropping recent burn event, renewed developer engagement, and perfect storm of community-driven tokenomic forces will ultimately propel Shiba Inu into that lofty projected plateau. The major exchanges and institutions have certainly stopped dismissing it as a joke by now, that's for sure. But whether locking in silly life raft money or a multi-generational fortune, one thing's for certain: these audacious spectacles of creative token destruction and economic realignment are just getting started for the wildly ambitious Shiba Inu ecosystem. They are officially playing in the big crypto leagues now, for better or for worse. So what's your spicy take on this insanity, crypto fam? Are you a diehard Shib army soldier who finally sees their revolution manifesting after years of hollering into the void? Or are you more of a skeptic who needs to see much more substance beyond publicity stunt burns and Elon Musk-inspired price targets before buying in? Maybe you're just a bystander in awe of the sheer spectacle and entertainment value that Shiba Inu continues to provide for the crypto universe, laughing at the absurdity every step of the way. It's certainly a meme coin exhibiting more intrigue, controversy, and headlines than an eccentric billionaire's Twitter tirades these days. Wherever you stand on the Shiba Inu situation, you've got to respect the brazen audacity and fearless execution to orchestrate moves of this magnitude. Even if you vehemently think it's all a sham, you can't deny the developers' innate mastery at keeping their project embedded in the cultural zeitgeist through sheer shock value and tokenomic disruption. If the true verdict still remains too fad-driven to take seriously, then the Shib army has undoubtedly maximized their 15 minutes in perhaps the most lucrative grassroots marketing campaign the crypto world has ever seen. This is the essence of an inescapably mimetic asset asserting its dominance. So let's hear those howling hot takes, crypto fam. Are you a freshly minted Shiba Inu investor after catching a glimpse of those 10-cent plus price targets from Changel? Or did you already accumulate a bag with visions of generational wealth during the bear market and feel supremely vindicated right now? Perhaps you're a disillusioned ex-Shib holder who capitulated during the worst of the bear cycle, desperately wanting back in on this latest frenzy, yet still hesitant over fears of mean reversions. Or maybe you're one of the naysayers or ardent Doge maxis who remain staunchly planted with your feet on the ground amidst all this hysteria. Whatever your impassioned viewpoint may be, feel free to lay it out in the comments below, and let's spark up an engaging debate befitting of this breaking story. Smash that like button hard if you want to see continued coverage of the rapidly unfolding Shiba Inu drama going forward. You can bet your burned tokens that I'll be keeping my Shiba Inu scented nose firmly on the scent for any new twists in the plot, as this wildly ambitious squad of rebels march defiantly towards their fabled hyper-burned Shibarize future. Whether it flames out in spectacular fashion or ignites into a supernova of wealth creation for the hash Shibarmi Shiba Inubers, I have a feeling this mimetic showdown is going to deliver more unbelievable scenes and viral moments before reaching its climax. The popcorn rations may need to be increased by a few quadrillion % to last through the finale at this rate.